what's in my camera bag except every single thing that I need to change about what's in my camera bag, things that are not working for me. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Cole Caparoon. Thank you so much for stopping by the Aperture Life for another video. Now, this camera bag and myself just got back from a big trip. I went to a big music trade show called NAMM in Anaheim, California. I was there to speak on a bunch of panels and meet a bunch of people and film a bunch of YouTube content. But I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and we got a pretty significant snow and ice storm while I was out there.
And that's a wrap, but I'm stuck here. All flights in and out of Nashville seem to have been canceled. I gotta be out of this hotel room. I can't stay here. And these hotels by the convention center are crazy expensive. I just paid $30-something for a little egg and cheese sandwich and a coffee downstairs. I gotta get out of here.
And so rather than sleep on the floor at LAX or try to just stay in Anaheim or LA, I decided to head over to Laguna Beach and see what kind of landscape photos I could capture. Now, combination of being out there to film YouTube content and this impromptu photo trip, it pointed out some real holes in my kit and things that I need to change. So I'm gonna show you every single thing that's in here, the cameras, the lenses, the filters, literally everything. And then I'm going to discuss the things that are not going back in this camera bag and what I'm gonna do about that. Okay, let's get into it. So my camera bag of choice is the Peter McKinnon Everyday Backpack. I've had many backpacks and I just keep coming back to this one. It's almost the perfect size. I wish it was just 10% bigger, but the bigger one is too big for me. I have it as well. But I really like this bag. And I'll show you how I have it all configured in a second here. So first up on the outside, this is my smallest, lightest weight, highest end tripod that I own. This is the Leo Photo Urban LX 225 CT. What I like about this is it folds up to be under 12 inches long. So you can fit this in the bottom of a carry-on sideways if you want to. It's the smallest, lightest weight, like real sturdy tripod that I could find. So this is what I took with me on this trip. Okay, let's start in the top of the bag. First up, right in the top, gum, because if you're flying, you probably need some gum. I like, and especially when I'm talking to a bunch of people, speaking on panels and whatnot. Next up, I always carry some snacks with me. These are the First Form Level 1 protein bars. I am so obsessed with these. These are so good. Peanut butter and jelly for the win. Next up, FX3 with the 16 to 35 2.8 G Master right in the top. When I'm traveling, if I'm filming a travel blog, which by the way, if you want to see the whole vlog, I'll link it down below. Go check out the whole vlog if you want. It was a really fun video. So when I'm traveling, a lot of times I'm just trying to capture the actual travel. I'm just bag in the car, open the car door, airplane, time lapse at the airport, taking off in the airplane, etc., etc. I'm not doing a lot of talking usually when I'm trying to capture that, so I don't keep the microphone on this. But with the microphone that I'll show you here in a second, it does fit in the top pocket. And so this just stays right in the top pocket, so it's easy for me to grab. FX3 is my preferred vlogging camera, preferred filmmaking camera in general. Next up inside the pocket, we have got a set of Shure, I think these are the SE425 earbuds, and I use these for editing video because you can't use Bluetooth headphones when you're editing video. You need something that plugs in with zero latency. These have like 30 dB deadening, so they're like noise canceling headphones, but they're wired, and I absolutely love this for editing video. I'll put links in the description down below for every single one of these things, more on that in a bit. Okay, next up, these are my preferred headphones for working out, the Beats Pro 2. Next up, handkerchief. This is from Mighty Hanks. It's a little microfiber, clean sunglasses, you clean lenses with it, kind of literally whatever. I just like having a little handkerchief in there. Next up, pill container for whatever, vitamins, heartburn pills, sleepy pills, like literally everything. Tiny little pill container. Always the most things that I need the fastest access to always go right here in the top pocket. And that is it for the top pocket, at least on this trip. Now, what I should say is that I pack this bag slightly differently depending on what I'm doing. This was a big video, but kind of photo trip that turned into a very photo heavy trip. So that's what this particular setup is about. Laptop is the M2 Max MacBook Pro. I really, really like this little pouch. This is from Slip Drive. I'll put a link to this down below as well. G drive, hard drive, and I just really like that this stays here, so I don't have to dig for hard drives whenever I need to edit video. I'm on the airplane, I just want to pop this out and get to work. Everything is right here, and I really, really like that. Okay, meat and potatoes. First up, this is the Oben CTT 1000 carbon fiber tripod, and this is by far my favorite tool to vlog with and for tabletops. I love this little carbon fiber tripod. It's not inexpensive, but what I really like is stick it on the FX3 here, and then it is just instantly like the most perfect little vlogging setup. This is so much better than a Joby Gorilla Pod. Like so much sturdier, so much better. When I'm holding a heavy camera like this, it's the best. And then I'm in the hotel and I want to set it on a table and film. Like it's just that fast. Like I am obsessed with this little travel tripod. It's the one thing that goes everywhere with me, kind of no matter what I'm doing, because I can take some photos with this if I really, really need to. It extends to be a little bit taller, but it's so sturdy for a tiny travel tabletop tripod. Okay, let's start top pockets. Peak Design camera strap. Really, really like this. It's very quickly adjustable, and I'm a big fan of it. Extra USB-C cable in case I need to plug my phone in or something. I take a couple extra caps here. So one to go on a camera body and one to go on the back of a lens. So that way if I'm leaving a camera body in the hotel room, but I need to take the other camera with me, I can still have everything covered. A quickly accessible 40-watt quick charger from Anker. The Peak Design, I think this is called the capture clip. This is the one that goes, I can't even hold it. This is the one that goes on the backpack straps. And I don't like keeping it on the backpack when I'm going through the airport, when I'm, putting this on and off of my carry-on luggage. I don't like keeping it on there, but if I end up finding myself in some sort of exploratory situation, I will put this on and have the camera on the actual backpack strap. This is the Small Rig Film Riot camera tool, and what I really like about this is it has like literally everything you could ever need, and it's locking. There's a little button right here to release everything that pops out, and this is the smallest, most compact little thing that I've ever used, and it has everything I could possibly ever need. I don't go anywhere. No matter what I'm shooting, no matter what I'm doing, this is in the bag every time. All right, next up, first aid kit. This is just a little first aid kit that I put together. This is a bag, a little pouch by Zero Fraud, and I just keep a little bit of gauze, Band-Aids, some goodies. I really like these goodies. They're just powdered aspirin and Tylenol for headaches and whatnot. I keep some quick sutures in there, some zip sutures, and I actually had to use this because when I was on the beach, it's mostly healed now, but when I was on the beach, I slipped on the rocks and I was just profusely bleeding out of my hand. So I take a little first aid kit literally everywhere with me. All right, next up, I don't even know what this is. This is a USB charger that I got off of Amazon, but what I really like about it is it has tons of different ports at different wattages. So when I'm at the hotel room, I can hook every single thing up. My laptop, my phone, my watch, the camera battery charger, my power bank, all at the exact same time, and just charge everything with a single outlet. Really, really handy. Power adapter for the MacBook Pro. Now, one thing that I would like to mention is how I have this organized. Everything that kind of can't get damaged or really probably won't get damaged is on the bottom of the camera bag. The more fragile it is, the higher it is in the camera bag. So if I happen to drop the camera bag, it's much more protected. So cameras, lenses, microphones, all that is in the top half of the bag, while stuff like this, my cable organizer, is in the bottom. Can't really hurt cables if you drop them. Cable organizer, literally every cable I could ever need. MacBook Pro, Apple Watch, iPhone, an additional cable, lightning cable, CF Express card reader. I have an extra hard drive in here in case the one on the laptop gets full or it crashes and I just need a backup. Whatever I need, whatever goes in the camera bag, there has to be a cable to service absolutely all of it. This is an organizer pouch from 511. Really a big fan of this pouch. It's the perfect size for me. Next up, filters. This is the Peter McKinnon Nomadic filter case. Came with the backpack. I bought the kit when I got this backpack. And so let me me walk you through the filters that I keep on me. Now, the 16 to 35 has an 82 millimeter filter thread. And so most of the filters that I carry are 82 millimeters. So we've got the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro ND filter. We've got the Polar Pro Short Stash filter, which I am absolutely, completely obsessed with. We have got just a regular circular polarizer from Polar Pro. The Short Stash filter is a black mist and circular polarizer, but sometimes I carry a polarizer with me just in case I want just polarization without mist. And then a smaller Short Stash filter from Polar Pro, so that way it goes on the extra lenses here without a step-up ring. And then I carry a Tiffin Pro Mist 1/8 in 82 millimeter. And then I carry whatever step-up rings I need for whatever other lenses are in the kit. In this particular layout, I'm only having 67 millimeter filter threads and the 82 millimeter filter thread. So I have one step-up ring, so that way every filter will work on every lens. Next up, probably the most boring part of the bag, but the most necessary for me, a blood pressure cuff. A few years ago, I was having some real serious health issues. Went in the hospital multiple times, almost had a bunch of strokes. There was multiple times where my blood pressure was over 230, over 180. And so while I don't really need it, I always carry it with me still. So that way, if I feel those symptoms come on, I can check my blood pressure right away. And in my pill carrier here, I have some emergency medication in case one of those hypertensive crises comes on, and I can solve it or at least get in front of it until I get to a hospital. It's been a year and a half or 2 years since I've haven't had an issue now, but you know, if I'm traveling, I'm a long ways away, I don't have immediate access to a car, I still like to be a little prepared for that. This is just a Belkin 10,000 milliwatt hour power bank, the Peter McKinnon Nomadic battery carrier. So in this particular instance, I have two cameras. There's a battery in both of them, and then I carry 3 extra batteries, and I always leave with them fully charged. Next up, the Sony battery charger. Next up, my preferred microphone, vlogging microphone, or on-camera microphone of choice. This is the Sennheiser MKE 400. There's a bunch of things that I like about this. First of all, it's the lowest form factor. It's very, very small, especially on the FX3 without a camera bump. That is so low profile, especially, like I said, without the camera bump on the FX3. And I also like how it's internally shock mounted, so it's not floppy at all. It runs on 2 AAA batteries, which I can swap out. The battery life is insane. It's hundreds and hundreds of hours. And it automatically turns on and off when I turn the camera on and off. So this is by far my microphone of choice for on-camera microphones. I'll put a link down below. I always keep the dead cat with me because when I'm traveling, I'm often filming outside. Before we get on to the rest of the stuff, the other camera and the other lenses, there are links in the description down below for every single thing I'm showing you in this video. And a whole bunch of those links go to Sweetwater. Anytime you guys need absolutely any piece of camera gear, on-camera microphones, lights, hard drives, literally anything, you can get all of that stuff from Sweetwater. They have insanely fast shipping in the US. They have insanely good customer service. Call and talk to someone on the phone almost immediately. And I've been getting a lot of my stuff from them for a long time now. So if you enjoy this sort of content, what I'm doing here on the channel, anytime you need any piece of camera gear, you can jump on any video of mine, click on any link in the description of any video. Once you're on Sweetwater's site, you can purchase literally anything you need, costs you nothing extra, but it goes a huge, huge long ways to help a tiny channel like this out and help me keep making videos just like this. I very, very much appreciate Sweetwater taking a chance on a tiny channel like this and sponsoring some videos, and a huge thanks to you guys for using the links in the description anytime you need to purchase anything. Okay, last couple items. MagSafe power bank. This is another 10,000 milliwatt hour power bank, just an Amazon cheapie. And then we've got the DJI Mic 3. This is the brand new one. 2 lavaliers and a receiver. We're gonna talk more about this in a minute. Next up, the Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master lens. This is just, it's such a go-to lens for me. It's my go-to for astrophotography. It's my go-to for interview style talking head if I want a wider angle. It's what most of these YouTube videos are filmed on. It's one of my absolute go-tos for landscape photography. It's just a monster lens. Okay, last up, the brand new Sony a7 IV. On the camera is the Sony 50mm f1.4 G Master. Again, another monster lens. In a kit like this, when I'm mostly planning on filming and doing YouTube content, I need to have at least a 50mm with me. I like tighter focal lengths for B-roll. I like it for a walk around photo lens. I like 50mm for a product lens. 50mm 1.4 is just such a versatile, kind of do everything B-roll and photo lens. And this Sony G Master is, I mean, it's as good as it gets. The Sony a7 IV, also about as good as it gets. I've done a bunch of content on the a7 IV already. If you haven't, check out other videos on the channel. But that leads me on to the things that I need to change. Let's move this bag. The bag is not one of the things that I need to change. I wish it was 10% bigger. Other than that, it's a really good bag and I highly recommend it. Let's go least frustrating to most frustrating things that I need to change. This power bank is too big. I like having two power banks, but I will be swapping this one out for another one this size because they're the same power, but much different in size. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit paranoid about running out of power. Multiple chargers, multiple battery banks. I like being able to recharge and get ahead of anything no matter where I am. So that's the first thing that's getting swapped out. The next thing that is getting swapped out is this tripod. Now this is the lightest weight, smallest, actually sturdy, well-made tripod that I've ever used. And I picked this up for hiking. For long distance hiking, this is the best. Most of the time when I'm doing landscape photos, it's pretty low to the ground. I don't need it to be super tall. But when it came to filming, this tiny tripod extended as tall as it would go. One was not quite tall enough. And two, the thinnest section of these legs are pretty thin. And so having this as tall as it would go with people walking around, with the FX3, with the 16-35 on it, this ain't enough. It's just not enough. In addition to that, when I was in the ocean, actually in the ocean, or had it very precariously placed on rocks to get some landscape photos, and it was fully extended or almost fully extended, it's a little flimsy. Where this excels is being as small as humanly possible to actually, like the ratio of how small it folds up to how tall it is like the best on the market. It also is very well made. The ball head is very heavy duty. Like I really do like this tripod, but I think this is going to be reserved for long distance hikes, and that's pretty much it. So I will be resuming my Leofoto Ranger LS 365C. It's a very heavy duty tripod. Carbon fiber. I really like that tripod. It's what I'm filming on now. That's going back in the kit for any of these trips moving forward. Now, the most frustrating one, the DJI Mic 3. Now, in testing this here in my studio, I really like it. I love its functionality. I love its form factor. I love its build quality. I love how everything fits right in the case and like you don't lose anything this way. I really like how the cold shoe is permanently attached to the receiver, so it can't fall off, you can't lose it. I really like how I can have it set up, and I do, so as soon as I pull one of these transmitters out, it automatically starts recording. I love how I can transfer data right from the case. I literally just plug this into my computer and pull the audio right off that was recorded on the transmitters. There's a lot to like about this, but it underformed pretty significantly for me on this trip. Now, I'm at a big music trade show where there are 1,000 content creators recording and using, basically all of them had either Hollyland or DJI wireless microphones. But there was just a lot of interference. Some of the clips were just not even usable, unfortunately.
Medium slow attack.
And as a backup, the recorded audio right on the receivers, I wasn't that worried about checking my frequencies and interference because I thought that, well, I'll just pull the audio off the receivers. I don't know if when I'm laving people up, if I'm accidentally hitting the button or if other people are accidentally hitting the button, but as soon as you pull this out, it starts recording immediately. See that red flashing light right there? That means it's recording, but the record button is right here on the side. And so what I wonder if what is happening is as I'm laving people up or as they're laving themselves up, they're hitting the record button and turning it back off because there was a bunch of interviews that I did that had no recorded audio. And that is extremely frustrating. So I am going to take a look at some other options and see if, one of the other options would maybe solve this. Maybe the record button is in a different spot. And if I don't feel like that's the case, I'm not optimistic that I'll find anything that will solve this for me. I'm just going to have to triple check this audio. When I'm in these trade shows and everything is happening so fast, and like I only have 5 minutes with this person, and there's a line of people lined up waiting to talk to me, and like everything just has to happen so fast. I'm walking on a panel and I'm getting ready to speak to a crowd. I've got 30 seconds to find an angle, set the camera up, lav my interviewer up, lav myself up. It's very, very, very fast and run and gun, and this was a letdown during this last trip. So I need to do a little bit of research. I'm gonna find a different frequency to use on this for sure, because I'm guessing most everyone's just using the default frequencies. And if I continue using the DJI Mic 3, which I probably will, I'm going to have to triple check that it is actually recording every time I'm doing anything. I've done a whole video about this, and I really, really do like this microphone. The functionality is incredible, but it left me high and dry on this past trip. Don't forget to hit the links in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you've made it this far, I feel like I've earned a comment and a like and a subscribe, and I greatly appreciate you guys doing that stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.